Employees in the state of Texas are considering forming a labor union.
The company says it received a letter to that effect from the United Electrical Radio Machine Workers of America, signed by 30 Fort Worth workers.
And since the Fort Worth site opened back in 2012 to give the then GE a non-union manufacturing facility, we're finding out what it might mean for labor here. Lisa, you've been looking into that. Lisa Adams joining us here in the studio tonight with more answers. Good evening.
Well, good evening. If it happens, it's a complicated process that will take time. I reached out to UE 506 Union President Scott Slauson here for what it might mean for workers here and there as well. I got Wabtec's view from a letter sent to Fort Worth team members and posted on a public site. In a public statement posted by Wabtec, the company says it received a letter signed by 30 workers at the Fort Worth, Texas plant to start the process of joining the UE Union, the same national union representing Erie Wabtec employees.
I don't know that it would have any impact on the plant here in Erie, and I don't know that it have any impact on the plant down there in Fort Worth. It's just workers wanting a voice for themselves.
Erie union workers who worried their work would shift to a right-to-work state when then GE opened the Texas plant in 2012 are supportive.
And we welcome that, but they would be their own local. They would handle their own affairs.
On a website called Fort Worth Together, company officials caution their workers at the Texas plant to think hard about the decision that might impact their wages, benefits, and work environment for years to come, while union officials here at the Erie plant applaud them for thinking about having more of a voice in their futures. And UE 506 here says the trend toward unionizing is making a comeback.
What we find, and our union has managed to organize about 30,000 new members in the last 2 years, is people are largely dissatisfied from the way they're being treated by their employers. When you go back in history, it's the whole reason unions were formed.
In its letter discouraging Texas workers from organizing, Fort Worth leaders use Erie's 10-week strike last year as a cautionary tale. But Slauson said things are going well here in Erie now, with employment up and new younger workers in their ranks.
You know, after this last contract, I think things are moving in a much more positive direction. As far as everyone being satisfied with everything, I don't think you could ever do that.
I suppose that's well said. Well, I didn't have a chance to talk to a company official today. The spokesman was traveling. But in their letter to employees dated September 25th, Wabtec said over the next few weeks they'll be providing workers with facts to make an informed decision. As always, both sites need orders and parts to keep employment up and workers busy. Live in the studio, Lisa Adams, Erie News Now.